So here I am with Ashwin, who's the curator, uh, you know, the one who has manifested this cafe on the streets of Shivaji Nagar. Ashwin,
Yeah.
you tell me what is that made you create such a unique setup? It's such a, it's such a quirky thing. It appears quirky, a little queer as well, but it's such a beautiful setup. What made you think about it?
Yeah, so while I was a student in Paris, I was working as a barista and a bartender.
Huh.
So, and when I came back to India, like I started exporting coffee beans to Europe. But now, like the export market has fallen down. Now I thought like now it's a good time to open a cafe, and because I spent like 20% of my life in Paris, so it has some French elements or European standards, I would say, in Shivaji Nagar.
But it's such a beautiful thing. Usually I feel that a person who can create just a setup, one thing is they have just seen it and they have created it.
Yeah.
The other thing, only a person who is a romantic at heart can create this place. And romance doesn't mean that you have to have some kind of romantic idea, vision about a girl only. It's about romancing with life. Do you have that element about you?
I mean, I have empathy towards people. Like I would say, like for example, he is my friend, and
But it,
I mean, I'm not I'm an easygoing person. I would say, like I'm single. I don't have any girlfriend to design this cafe. I did it by myself. But yeah, some of my friends they ask me to move my stuff here and there, so I do all those things. But it was like completely empty ground, like from the tile work to the paints and the lights and everything was.
I can see a DJ setup also here.
Yeah, so I was DJing while I was in Paris because every third guy in France is a DJ. So I had to.
Don't
let
worry,
in some-
in Bangalore also every fourth guy is a DJ nowadays. Even I wanted to be a DJ sometimes.
So yeah, we wanted to do the Rum Coffee Club as well. So that is we are planning soon in Kaban Park.
Oh,
Director.
crazy.
So yeah. We'll do that soon, like in a month or so. But now we are planning to do like art events and business meetup events like inside the cafe. But yeah, I think it's all going well. It's been 1 month and meeting interesting people
Tell.
like you from Kashmir and also some Irish elements.
Tell me one thing.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll do.
You can keep on talking while making it.
Yeah. I'll just make a quick flat right now.
Okay. Tell me.
It's like one espresso shot with 120 ml of steamed milk.
I have no embarrassment to tell you that I have for the first time heard what a flat white is. And the confidence with which he came and told you flat white was. So if I'm with a girl over here, I'll just definitely try to show off flat white.
Yeah, what is a flat white?
Okay, tell me one thing. What elements of this place do you identify with yourself?
I would say the chair, the baby chair, because I was babysitting like in Paris for 6 months. One was 3 years old, one was.
You were a babysitter.
I was a babysitter, bartender, barista, DJ, banker, like.
So for whom have they got somebody's baby, right?
No, because I was a babysitter, so it has some memory. Like so, this chair reminds me that I was a babysitter.
Well, there's one strange thing. Your shirt's pattern somehow matches the pattern of the.
Yeah. So I like the checkered pattern and also.
You like the checkered pattern.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I was bartender and barista. But I did not like the fact when I was a barista in Europe, I did not like my job. Somehow, I don't know. Then now I like my job because it's mine.
Yes.
So,
There's something else. I would also love to be, if I don't like my job either, if I was the owner of HDFC, I would have loved it. What about you? So you are an artist as well, right?
Yes.
These are all your sketches.
Yeah, these are all my work. I mainly do a lot of sketching, painting, maybe create some comics, just whatever comes to my mind, I'll start drawing. I used to use a lot of references, but nowadays just like whatever pops in my head, I just draw. I don't need to see anything.
Does it have any kind of influence from the anime culture as well?
Definitely. Like, because I read a lot of manga. I watch a lot of anime since kid. So there's like obviously my style kind of has turned to more of a Japanese look of, because I also use more Dippen, Sumiying. So it's all, I try to keep it as traditional as possible. Even with carpet tunnel, I still try to draw as much as my hand would allow me.
You know, I had a colleague, one day I was feeling depressed. So he started giving philosophizing, and while making me understand, he used an anime story. And he was talking to me with such passion, as if he's quoting from scriptures. The passion, the kind of impact anime has had on
That's a flat white.
Oh, that's a flat white. Next time I'll have flat white.
I mean, usually people don't have a, let's say, a
But
good view
generally,
on anime.
all the things I know, sorry to interject
Yeah.
you, all the things I know, this is for the first time I heard of flat white, and also iced pour over.
Ice pour over is like with light roast beans.
Okay.
And so you pour hot water, otherwise the caffeine will not draw.
What
But
is-
now the bottom it will be iced.
Okay, what is a chunky chocolate cookie?
I mean, I finished it, but it's like a
You finished it yourself.
maybe I don't know. But
Yeah,
I
pretty
have
sure
normal
that-
cookies, like oatmeal, whatever it's called. I don't know. And then this one is brownie chocolate walnut brownie.
Oh, amazing. So how did you two guys meet and become friends?
He just works right over there. Like he's
I just walk across the street.
the Matrix building on top, like it's his office.
So you come here often and
Yeah, just come here often, just whenever I'm in office, I just come here.
Most of the time he's working from home these days. But yesterday I scolded him a little bit. You have to come to Infantry for him work here. Then he
But,
came.
it was my boss. Trust me, it was not you who got me to office.
Yeah, so I think he was sick last week, so he could not come to office. But now,
After work, I'm here just chilling, listening to music. I'll sketch for a couple of hours and then I'll just go home.
where do you stay?
Fort Mangla.
Oh, Korma, nearby only, not that far. Traffic.
Traffic, it just makes everything seem.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to techno,
Techno, okay.
like very hard techno, because when I was in Europe, like since 2019, I did not like techno that much, but it took me 1 year to transition my preferred genre in music to techno. But now I like all kinds of music, but techno is mostly preferred.
Techno is something, it's
Yeah,
it's very good for your mind.
Yeah, good for your mind and to concentrate on a particular thing. That
You know, I've heard about there are certain frequencies
Hmm.
which can have a tremendous effect on your
Effect
brain.
on- yeah, on your brain.
If you in Hinduism they do mantra chanting, that has to be chanted in a particular way.
Yeah.
Why that has to be? Because it creates a frequency which has a huge impact on your brain. Some of the frequencies actually. Have you ever noticed the Doordarshan sound? When
Yeah.
Doordarshan used to come, I don't know whether you have seen that. There used to be a sound which like that. If you see that, hear that sound, that has a huge calming effect on your brain.
Yeah.
It's that kind of effect it
Yeah,
can.
there are some like music like which calms your brain, like while you work. Like I can play some.
That's definitely not techno.
No, not techno. That is
Tell me
not
one thing. Do you feel more artistic? Do you get more inspiration in chaos or in solitude?
Solitude.
Whenever I do a bit of writing, I get a lot of inspiration in chaos. It's, I think, individual.
It depends. When I'm actually working on something, I prefer to be alone to focus on that.
Uh,
But whenever I'm not drawing, actively drawing, I'm like sketching mentally. So if
Yeah.
I'm looking at something, I don't know, my brain kind of breaks it down into shapes. So
Okay.
even if I'm looking at you, I can just break your entire pose, your facial structure, everything down inside my head, and I can sketch it anytime I want.
Oh, you have already done it.
I can, yeah, if I've seen a space, I don't need to like actually see it to draw. Like 6 months later also I can recall where everything was and everything.
That's a gift actually. I'll tell you, me and my younger brother, we both studied engineering. So there is a subject called as engineering graphics. I found it very tough because I am not a visual person. I'm more a imaginative person, I can manifest words well. He's a visual person. So engineering graphics is one of the toughest exams because most of them are not. It's not a difficult exam for architecture students, but for normal students. He finished that exam in 28 minutes to be precise, and he was the college topper. He got around 88 marks out of 100. He finished it in 25 minutes because he has that gift of visual thinking. So something like what you said, no, you can easily break into patterns and you can understand, you can create it again another time. So it's a gift. I don't think everybody has it.
I mean, you can train yourself to.
I have tried. I am not able to train. I forget. If I want to find out which way I went to, I forget. But if you give me numbers, mathematics, I can calculate it in my head. I have that kind of manifestation, but I cannot visually. I try to, but I cannot.
I mean, I
Do
was
you
also
believe-
unable to, like at least like, I don't know how accurate, but at least over the couple of years it has gone more and more accurate. So if I went to a location, I actually don't need to, I don't even need to remember the name of the place. If you give me Google Maps, I can just zoom in and show like where I was and how I got there.
Tell me one thing. There is two things. One, you're born with something. One, you develop something. Because I feel born with something like a leopard. It's born with the ability to run. A human being can run, but it will never be able to mimic the artistry of that. Or a second aspect of it is you're born with it, but you have not discovered it. So maybe you were born with it, but you have not discovered that art. You discovered it with a little bit of practice. Do you believe that an artist is born with an artistic streak, or he can? Your opinion.
At least according to me, because I want anyone, I started trying to do some workshop and stuff, so I want anyone to be able to think that they can do what I'm doing. What I'm doing is nothing special. If the only thing is, if you put in the time and effort to do something, you can get to a.
That's actually very inspiring.
Yeah. So
It inspires me because I can also do that. It's
Yeah.
inspiring. Maybe I'm not able to, but I
yeah,
can
with
aspire.
time and effort, anything is possible. That's my philosophy.
Anybody in your family who had this thing, or you are the first one who had this?
In my family, no one else is interested.
Do you believe in that genetic mapping thing that if you have a particular talent, it could be from your great relative?
No, I don't believe it.
You don't believe that anything that we do manifest is actually decided by our genetic makeup? Or do you think it's an observation thing?
You're getting to the topic of free will.
Huh?
You're getting to the topic of free will. Do we have free will or not?
Correct. See, you exactly got my point. This is free will. See, there's a thing that I was supposed to see. I'll give you the entire construct of how I came here. I was not supposed to come here. I had a meeting in Indiranagar. Somehow one of my guys called me. He said we have to meet a client here. Now he could have taken the other route, but he took this route. I usually don't look here and there, but suddenly I saw this place. Then we went to the client's place. He got another meeting. That client meeting is postponed for 40 minutes. He said, you sit in the bank only. I said, no, I'll sit in that cafe because I saw it. And I met you guys. Do you think it's free will or it was pre-decided for me to meet you?
I think it was destiny.
So destiny in the sense,
Destiny and free will is. I
it's a
think
huge
it's
concept because it,
Two different things. Concept of free will and destiny. See, destiny, I'm not sure if I believe in because we have entropy.
I agree with entropy. Yeah.
So, and you know entropy, right?
I know,
Chaos theory.
I know chaos theory, yes.
So,
You-
I don't
you
know
can-
if, universe is deterministic or not because it's not proven either ways.
Huh.
I watch a lot of science talk.
No,
I read a lot of
you're
this.
very right about this. Universal is deterministic, it follows a pattern or it's random.
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't have an. There are a lot of equations that say there is a pattern that it follows. There are a lot of physicists.
See, pattern recognition, I think, is a very human trait. We try to assign patterns.
I agree.
May or may not exist. We try to assign patterns for our brain to comprehend things.
That's an evolutionary trait.
Yeah, that's a human thing.
Yeah.
Like you will find patterns in the thing. It doesn't, like looking at a cloud. People start seeing shapes and whatnot. Whatever they want to see, they
Correct.
kind of project onto it instead of it actually being there. Because obviously there's not a tiger out in the clouds, right? So it's
It's a
very
human trait.
It's a very human trait.
I agree.
Assigning patterns.
But don't you think that everything in the universe follows a certain symmetric pattern? At least in the known, whatever we are seeing in the physical world, there's a certain pattern there. Yeah, I understand there are some variables which cannot be determined in the domain that we understand. So we have concepts like asymptote in mathematics, infinity. We don't know what it is. We've just given a concept of infinity. We don't know what number that is. We don't know what realm that is into, what dimension that is into. Yeah, I agree with you that there are two concepts. I agree with you about chaos theory as well.
Nature does follow a lot of pattern. I think it was Alan Turing who came up with this idea first. No one believed him, unfortunately, while he was alive for this.
That
idea.
happens to a lot of greats. They don't
Yeah.
believe this.
So I think there is active research going into this. I forgot the actual name of the research.
There is a
paper.
Turing's, I forgot, there's a law or something like that. He has
No,
equation also.
that's for robotics.
Okay.
Like testing like artificial intelligence.
Correct.
But this was completely different from what he was used to doing. This was basically how such a difficult topic to. Basically, it's like pattern in nature. So your body produces, not body, like in nature, there are two things, like object that grows and an object that destroys that growth. So that basically forms like a sort of a loop, like a pattern. So that describes where your facial hair should grow, the shape of your eyes, the structure of
That
your
that
face.
doesn't have to do with the Fibonacci thing, right?
No, not
nothing.
Fibonacci. Like the patterns on the cheetah. So that's
Correct.
like determined by this like pattern. There's active research. Maybe I forgot the name of the paper,
Correct.
but
Okay.
he came up with this idea first, and it was like completely in the background. No one cared about it. No one thought of it until people were like, oh, this makes a lot of sense, and then active research started happening. Like just I think a couple of decades back after he passed away.
Okay.
So that's like
But
and
the idea is that you don't feel that free will can be debated, that there is a certain amount of free will in a human being. No, I'll tell you my opinion. See, I didn't know about this concept earlier. I also believe that the individual has, and I will not tell you from the perspective of Ashwin, you are feeling bored.
I was thinking something else.
No, you are, when you talk about free will, destiny. Destiny is, I'm not talking about from the perspective of astrology or anything like that. So there is this European thinker only, neurobiologist, Robert Spassky, name is a little difficult to pronounce, that he says that whatever action, as I described how I reached here, it doesn't look determined. It looks like an indeterminate situation, random
because
act.
the variables are a lot. for us
Variables,
to comprehend.
yeah, but what he says is there are a lot of variables. See, when you talk about probability, you always talk about a set of options that could happen. Probability will not give you only. There is one thing, a deterministic answer, that this is the answer and done. Probability will give you sets. What can happen? What possibilities are there? It's all about possibility. So this was one of the possibilities how I came. I'm telling you, absolutely no chance that I'm going to come here. It was a 1 out of 1,000 chance that I was going to
There was no signboard.
there was no signboard, nothing. So what it says is that everything that you do, see, it's not saying I came to this cafe. Somehow I had a liking for European style
Yeah.
cafes. So it is saying that is only because of the two conditions. One, where you were born in, what conditions you were raised in, what people you grew up around. Second, it also attributes it to a lot of genetic factors. Like somebody's pattern must have slipped in on your genetic mapping, and that so why this question came. And free will, and it's a huge debate. We can never come to a conclusion
Yeah.
on that. But when a neurobiologist says that, you have to give it a thought, because he will know little bit from the perspective of how your brain also, because we don't have a proper understanding of brain also, how it works. After MRIs, we are able to get a PET scans also have helped us to have a much better understanding of how brain reacts. So he says that a lot of your decisions are influenced by not only the behavioral patterns around whom you have grown, what you have seen in your life,
Yeah,
but, but also the genetic makeup. So why I came to this question is your artistic stream. So sometimes we see a great pianist, great writer, great artist in a family, and nobody else is their business people or their salaried people. But some of their ancestors, one of them had a streak. Then nobody can explain why Ramanujan was such a mathematical whiz. Now he says that he used to get it from a goddess. It was his perspective, but the genetic mapping could be something else. So that way I'm saying that free will is a debatable topic. I agree with you. Entropy is a big question mark over there. Yes. But do you think that we pass on something from previous generations also that can
I'm not sure about ideas, but I am like obviously genes do pass on a
inclination?
lot of
Gene.
let's say physical makeup of a person, a lot
Mental
of
makeup
that.
also. I'm not saying
Could
about
be.
ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying about inclination.
Inclination.
Yeah, not
So,
exactly ideas.
yeah,
Inclination. Yeah.
That's possible. I have not looked into it. But free will, there's another. I think there's another experiment which was going on and that kind of conclusively proves that the idea of free will, we might not have as much as we think, because your subconscious has already decided what you're going to do,
I think you're
and it's going to make, and you get aware of it after the decision is already made for
I think
you.
you're talking about that experiment that was done. They did
Yeah, yeah.
experiments in an MRI scan. They put people there. They showed them pictures of 4 people, 5 people. They said to choose that. I think something like that only. So,
No, it was about clicking a button.
clicking a button.
Clicking a button. So basically, there was a device which maps your brain waves.
Correct.
A couple of times you do it, it maps your brain waves. Basically, the device will tell you like when your brain has decided to click the button.
Correct.
So before you even reach for it,
It has
it's
already decided, deep,
yes. Yeah, and you stop. It's already there.
Yeah, and you don't realize it's a split second. And I don't know what thousandth of a second, millions of a second it is, that it has already decided what you want to have. See, I also told you that I want to have an espresso. And then suddenly you told that people say it's small. I know that it's small, but that made me change my decision at the last moment. Because I usually no, it's not about 50 rupees more. I usually take a cappuccino. I usually go for cappuccino. That's my go-to drink. But I thought I'll try espresso today.
I mean, I can give you another espresso.
No, that's perfectly alright. I already had too much of coffee.
I think I'll have to. My boss will come and get me.
We'll continue our discussion some other day.
Yeah, we'll have to. Oh, I didn't get my phone. Okay, I'll go.
I'll pass your number.
Yeah.
You can say bye to the people.
Bye.
Pleasure talking.
It was nice meeting you.
Pleasure.
So, you guys continue. Bye.
See you soon.
So
how was the coffee?
I loved it. It was actually how a cappuccino should be.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that strong. It wasn't that mild as well. It was perfect. So
you put on sugar, like brown sugar? Or?
Yeah, brown sugar. I'm cutting down on sugar. I don't take
Yeah,
sugar.
sugar. I think we need to remove completely.
But it was a pleasure meeting you, coming
Yeah,
here.
definitely. I mean, please come back again.
I will.
So that we can.
You can tell the address of this place to people.
So it's like it's on Lady Curzon Road, which is next to the Infantry Road. It's 14 Lady Curzon Road, and there is only one cafe in this street, which is white. Like apart from Bangalore Thindies and State Bank of India, I think there is nothing much going on. And Saleh Ahmed is there, and yeah, it's behind Vivo.
So guys, you should come here.